discipline, and structure.
Oh, wow.
If you don't have the three of them, you don't have momentum, because if one of them falls off, just say the consistency falls off, but you have structure and discipline. So how are you going to be disciplined and structure with no consistency? Then you take away structure, you have discipline and consistency, but there's no structure to the madness. And then you have structure and consistency, but the discipline's gone. Then you're not going to execute and move the momentum.
Welcome to the Winners Win podcast, where we don't just talk about success, we live it, breathe it, and build it brick by brick. This is the show for the bold, the grinders, the builders, the dreamers who refuse to settle. Every week, we're going to bring you guys real conversations, raw lessons, and winning strategies from those who are actually in the trenches making it happen. Because in this world, average loses. And over here, winners win. All right. Well, hey, guys, welcome again to the third episode, to the next episode of the Winners Win podcast. And today I am joined here by two amazing co-hosts as well. We actually have James Rourke as well. I mean, again, what's going on, James?
Not much. Another day in the office.
Another day in the office. James Rourke, the man, the myth, the action taker legend. I just love James. You just you embody the spirit of a winner because you just take action. I was texting James earlier. I was like, dude, if it wasn't for you, I don't think I'd ever be on a podcast, because I do a lot of good planning, but getting to the point of taking the step, I'm glad you're here. So welcome,
hey,
brother.
I appreciate it. We're here. Winners win, and we just got to throw it on the schedule. You know what I mean? Throw it on the schedule.
That's it. The schedules run the life, right? So, and then we also are blessed today for our new co-host. Love this guy so much, Mr. Eric Williams. Let me tell you guys a little bit about Eric Williams. Eric actually here comes from the same line of work I used to come from. And he has the most burning hot desire in his heart to win. And he doesn't care what life throws at him. He just wins, man. So I'm proud of you, man. And super happy to have you here with us in the Winners Win podcast. And so what's going on, Eric? How's everything going?
What's up? Feeling great. Glad to be here.
Yeah. Glad to have you, man. I know you were telling me, you're like, I want to be a part of a podcast. And I was like, you know what?
I'm glad James like took the initiative and started it, dude, because I've been wanting to do this for years. And so, yeah.
And you're a winner. So you have to be on the Winners Win podcast.
There you go.
You know what I mean? There you go.
That's it, man. And then, Eric, you and I have some really good conversations, deep conversations. And today we actually have a really deep topic to talk about. But, I remember when we were in Big Bear. Remember that we were in Big Bear together, and we were at a company retreat, and Eric here started talking about like numerology and astrology and things like that. And I was like, man, this guy is deep. I mean, for those who are just listening on Spotify, because by the way, we are on Spotify, like, follow, subscribe on everything that we got, YouTube, Spotify, whatever we got, right? But if you can't see him, this guy's got the most majestic beard I have seen on a man. And I was just like, dude, that power. But to know all about the numerology and astrology and just like how much in depth you had, it just was it was great. It was great to actually hear. And I was like, oh, this guy's got good conversation pieces as well. So today's gonna be fun. So today we're gonna be talking about something that most people get misconstrued. Right. Last time we talked about stepping out of your comfort zone and like that. And me and James were talking about what's the next episode going to be about. And this one came to my heart. And that is momentum over motivation. Guys, 100%. I want you to understand something. Motivation is just a mood. Momentum is a move. Motivation gets you to feel good, to go and do good, but actually momentum actually does good, right? And so if you wait until you feel good enough to do the job or do the duty, well, you're just gonna end up losing, right? And here, winners win. So, guys, let's talk about that, right? Like, most people wait for motivation like it's a signal, right? Like they're at a stop sign or they're at the stoplight in life and they're just waiting for that feeling, right? To tell them when to go, right? And uh James, have you ever had that happen to you where like it didn't serve you when motivation was like you were waiting on motivation, and like what ended up happening in your life knowing that and it was never ever the right time?
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. I have one that's pretty big, so I got paid my first pay cycle. What do you think? What do you
Awesome.
think I had?
I don't know, man. You felt good
Motivation.
about it, right?
I
Yeah.
felt good about it. Motivation to go out and win big, right?
Yeah.
But then when motivation fell down a little bit, a couple days later, I'm not as pumped up and fired up as I was. I didn't build any momentum to compound or anything. The motivation fell off, and what did I do? Fell
You
off.
fell off.
You slid down.
I
Oh,
slid
dude.
I slid right back down. But now in life now, so that's the motivation part. But now I have the compounded momentum over the last, I would say, 3 months of just non-stop momentum. And guess what's built in with that momentum? Motivation.
Yeah.
Momentum
Yeah.
leads to motivation. Why? Because motivation, like you said, is a mood. So I get fired up. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. That's the motivation, but the momentum is compounding and compounding and compounding. So whenever that motivation drops, I still have my momentum.
Yeah. It's very true. Very true. Like, you win through the trials.
100%.
Something that Matthew Walsh always talks about. With those who don't know, Matthew Walsh is actually the mentor and coach of a lot of us here, and he's actually the number one earner personally here at GFI. And he also has his own podcast and things. Um, and anyways, he's been my coach for a very long time in this, and he always talks about how uh, it's not about like it's in life you're gonna get hit with those things like what you were talking about where the motivation faded, and when something bad happened to you, you started to slide down. Actually, James, you almost
Yep.
quit, didn't you?
I almost quit. Yeah, I moved to Texas and almost didn't come back to GFI, and that would have been the
How,
biggest mistake of my life.
how many months did you take off?
Wow.
4.5.
4.5 months, right? And then how long did it take you to come back to then like beat everybody?
About a month and a half, like of just constant work and
Dude.
grinding every day, 10, 12, 13 hours a day, just to build the momentum back up. Because once momentum stops, it's hard to get it back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I
true.
mean?
what
And
exactly
motivation
did you
isn't
do?
enough.
What exactly did you do to build the momentum that you're experiencing now?
When a storm came, did you stop?
No,
See, that's
you
that's
can't.
that's momentum.
Yeah,
That's
you can't stop when
discipline.
the
Well, that's
storm
actually
comes.
discipline to keep the momentum, right?
Right.
Motivation, if
That's
you're
what I'm getting at.
yeah,
Consistency, discipline. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you've been more disciplined.
Honestly,
yeah,
the one thing that really did get me back to where I wanted to be was sitting down with Alfredo and really structuring the life. Like I had
Yeah.
another good example of momentum versus motivation, church for me.
Mm.
So I was motivated after a call with Papa Cap to go to church, right? I was like, you know what?
I think we all are, in all honesty.
Everything's Eric doesn't know this about me much, but I didn't go to church for 15 years. I didn't go to church for 15 years. I resented church. I was nothing, it wanted nothing to do with it. I had a disabled daughter and she's about to be 15. And I resented God for giving me a disabled daughter. What did she do to you for you to make her like this?
yeah,
Gotcha.
That's the way I thought.
Yeah.
Completely wrong way to think, of course, but that's the way I thought. So I didn't go. Well, I was really motivated by Papa Cap to go back and try it again. I was like, everything's lining up, the stars are aligning. I'm gonna go to church. Motivated.
mhm, mhm,
If if the sermons weren't constantly what was the word I'm looking
hitting,
for? Hitting,
like a
I
yeah,
don't think the momentum of church would have kept me. The motivation would have kept me in church, but the momentum of all the sermons that were compounding, and I was getting something new every single week. I'm in 10 weeks now, either online or in person because my wife does work every other Sunday. But the momentum of all the sermons has been hitting so perfectly that I am totally invested. And even if the momentum stops now, I can't stop going because I feel like I belong here and I have a better purpose and a higher purpose now. So
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like what Eric's talking about. Discipline and consistency keeps you going even when it's
mhm,
not a perfect season, right? So like motivation. motivation's a great feeling. Oh man, like I was listening to Steve Harvey earlier, and he was like, when I'm not on stage in front of you, on a TV show, I'm a motivational speaker. And it like clicked, like, you know why motivational speakers make so much money? Because everyone is looking for that next hit of dopamine.
100%.
And they get it from a guy on a stage or a woman on a stage, giving them
We're all
like,
addicts.
yeah, they're all addicts to the motivation because they got no momentum in their life because they keep dropping the momentum when a storm hits. And that's my point I want to make here is that momentum is beautiful. Motivation is beautiful. It gets you going. It gets that feeling going. But the moment a storm hits, your momentum has to switch into the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
Your motivation
100%.
is a great driver to get the first step going. Just like, honestly, actually, for people like me, no, it doesn't. Like James, we were motivated to start a podcast.
Yep.
If it would have been up to me, we would have still been planning on what day to do it on. Because I felt good, like I wanted to do it, but it didn't take, like, luckily I have you, where I leverage your action oriented person, like you're an action oriented person, to like put me in that first step. Now we got brick by brick by brick, we're building this momentum, this wall of momentum. And
100%. We got release schedules, we got recording days, we got everything lined
right,
up.
right. But my point is that like motivation is just the feeling.
Yep.
That it feels so good. I mean, gosh, it's like it's a drug. It hits dopamine.
100%.
Makes you feel like, oh my gosh, I just found my new version of my potential. Like I just stepped into my new potential, right? And then when all the feelings go away,
if you don't have the discipline and the momentum behind it,
discipline to keep going, your momentum won't show up.
Nope.
I this is a family show, but I'll talk about what I've always been told since I was like a teenager about momentum is that motivation is that motivation is a prostitute. Like people go and look, like, I'm not saying that I'd look for prostitutes, but like people go and it's like a prostitute though. It makes you feel comfortable and like, oh, you're so loved, but at the end of the day, at the end of the night, it leaves you high and dry.
Yep.
Gonna take your money and leave you alone.
Take your money and leave you alone. A lot of people actually do.
Right.
It's crazy is that these motivational speakers, and actually I aspire to be a motivational speaker, but I feel like action plans is the one thing that motivational speakers lack. There's no action plan at the end of it. So then that doesn't breed momentum. It just provides motivation. But again, that's why
Well, I guess me and you are gonna go be motivational speakers together. I'll be the
I want to
action
be
plan and you go
momentum.
be
I want to go
Yeah,
be
you need to be a
monumental.
momentum speaker.
Momentum
Yeah.
speakers. A monumental momentum
Yeah.
speaker is what I want to be.
like we were talking last week. About breaking out of your comfort zone. I did not feel comfortable speaking in public, and guess what? I'm like down to do it again, and that's
Yeah.
the momentum of last week.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
momentum of me speaking last week wants me to keep doing this.
Yeah,
Like,
the
it's not a
motivation
motivation.
The motivation is faded.
It's already
faded.
gone.
It faded the
I'm
night we
just
didn't get
riding.
sleep.
I'm riding
Right.
the momentum train now. I love this. Like, I feel so good. Yes, that is more motivation because the feel good, the pumped up, the fired up. That's motivation. But what's really in the driver's seat is the momentum of that we have right now. The podcast is going off. We're at 30 subscribers
Yeah.
in our first 5 days.
Have you ever thought about that? Like in an auditorium standpoint, like 30 people in the congregation, 30 people in seats. Have you thought about that, dude?
Yeah, we did
Like,
it.
first
That was
off,
our first event.
Thank you all who's subscribed and are listening. And I know like one of them is my mom. Thanks, Mom. Hi, Mom. But yeah, man, like I feel you on that. I really do feel you on that. Like
It
it's
feels
gonna
good.
be. Yeah. Now, Eric, Eric, if you don't mind, we're just gonna get a little vulnerable about our current situation, right? Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So like I know currently right now in business, you're probably not where you want to be at, right?
No, I'd say I have almost no momentum.
Well, I don't know. I would like to beg to differ that you actually have momentum.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you have discipline to go find the momentum.
Yeah.
Because the motivation, the feeling of motivation has faded, hasn't it?
No, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about how it's been going. I mean, you be honest, dude. I mean, there ain't no there ain't no judgment here. How's it been going?
Nah, for me, I don't know. I thought that my people would be more receptive. I thought that the people around me would be more helpful. I thought that yeah, that I could count on certain people, and that's been really shocking um, to find out the truth and feel so isolated. Um, yeah, like uh, no support, and then even then, like really limited mindsets and not willing to grow. Not, I guess, not in growth mindset, but just like yeah, not open to change, not open to new things, not open to anything, and then no support. Yeah, like yeah, I feel like I'm all alone. And
Yeah.
even at
And
work, like I feel like I scare people off. Like I'm a pariah, and people don't want to be around me, but they're all
so
stuck there.
all that you're explaining right now are motivational killers, right?
Yeah.
So if you based your dreams off of motivation, I mean, how much closer would you be right now to your dreams if it was based off all motivation?
Oh, I would have already quit.
Right? Exactly. And like, obviously, we'll get in here. Like, well, let's ask you, like, what keeps you, like, knowing that, like, you have a kind of a rough start, right? What keeps you going?
I'm definitely growing. Like I'm definitely growing. Um, and the in-person events um, and the community, the base shop, like everybody like being supportive and all that. Like that's really what's kept me up. But mostly like the growth, um, because it's really challenged me to become somebody who I didn't think that I could be. I mean, I talking like this, like talking to people, like giving presentations. I'm used to working with my hands, using my
Yeah.
body, breaking my back, digging holes, that type of stuff. And so to be
Right.
able to use my mind, like that's pretty awesome. Like that's really what is motivating me. Yeah.
Yeah. That's motivating you. But like, really, what it is that your momentum, every step you take to get closer and closer to your dreams is a brick. I guess it's a brick that you're stacking day by day, every day, even if you're not getting the quote unquote tangible results, right? And for those who can't see me, I'm doing air quotes. Okay, I guess I just said quote unquote, but hey, that's how my brain works, guys. So welcome to my brain. But you're not getting quote unquote results, tangible results like that big paycheck that that you're worthy of. The momentum is you doing the little things day by day to stack that the
Yeah.
motivation has already faded away from, right?
Well, and another thing is like having all you like the quality of leadership, the people who have like seen the path that I'm going down. You know what I mean? And be able to like, oh, I see where you're at. I see what you're going through. You're isolating and elevating. You know what I mean? Like you're doing this, and like you being able to recognize what I'm going through. That also is like made me feel uh, accepted and uh, like seen. And yeah, so that's kept me around too. Like the fact that you guys can guide us through these challenges. Like,
It's
yeah,
kind of what James, you were just talking about that earlier, weren't you? Like if it
Yep.
wasn't for a meeting, well, it's not me, guys, but if it wasn't for a meeting with leadership, like you would have been, you would have been gone, huh?
Yeah, no, like I said, I have um the meeting with my leadership, my mentors, and we got structured, we got disciplined, we put a straight line on where I'm going to go, and we're here now. Like it's the straight
yeah,
line. Consistency, discipline, and structure are
Yeah.
three things you have to have for momentum to stay.
Consistency. What was that again? Consistency.
Consistency, discipline, and structure.
Oh, wow.
If you don't have the three of them, you don't have momentum, because if one of them falls off, just say the consistency falls off, but you have structure and discipline. So how are you going to be disciplined and structure with no consistency? Then you take away structure, you have discipline and consistency, but there's no structure to the madness. and then you have structure and consistency, but the discipline's gone, then you're not going to execute and move the momentum.
Wow.
You have to have all three in order for momentum to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't be all about hype, right? You got to have habit.
No, it's habit. It's 100% habits.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense on how you're able yeah, that makes a lot of sense. When it comes down to the science of it, you know, especially like when you show up doing things as if you want to do it. Like you show up to do things that you don't want to do as if you wanted to do it the entire time, like with the good attitude, with the right
Right.
attitude, you know.
I've
So,
That's
definitely
the
like gone to calls and like that was the call that I needed to be on. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's
but you
always
didn't want
when
to
you
be
don't
there.
want no. Yeah.
because the motivation was gone.
Yeah.
We used to call motivational Monday. We used to call Monday calls motivation Monday calls. Now they're called
And now you
moment
call 'em
Monday.
momentum. Yeah.
People were showing up just to feel good, then never do any work. It's
Yep.
supposed to
And now you
drive
need the
performance.
momentum.
Supposed to drive performance. Supposed to drive people to go and actually like do the work to get it done instead of it just being like, let's go all feel good. Back in the day when you guys know I love training. I love training big groups, right? And I remember Matthew Welsh texted me. It was actually his wedding. It was the day of his wedding. It was October 22nd of 2022. Um, oh, 10/22/2022. So, anyways, um, he was like, "Hey, which leader wants to?" He was actually asking a big group chat. He's like, "Hey, which leader wants to train my bass shop?" And I was like, "Oh man, maybe it's not my time. Like, it's my time. I'm gonna do it, right? Like, I'm gonna train the big bass shop. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be his guy that he could turn to because I love speaking. So I was like, he's gonna teach me, or I'm gonna show him that I can do this." And he texted me and said, "What do you want to train about?" And I gave him some like motivational thing. He was like, "That's cute, but what's tangible?" I was
Yeah.
like, "What? Like, what do you mean? What's tangible?" And it was like something like, like, I don't know, something cute, motivational wise, right? Like how to believe in yourself. And I was like, so I sent him another one, and he's like, something, the same thing, something cheesy, motivational. He's like, again, this is a business, not a motivational speak. How can this tangibly be used? I said, man, I don't know. Like I don't know what to do because I thought it was just like motivation, motivation, motivation. But he that's why he's one of the top earners because he looks at it from like, how are you going to move the people to work, not to feel good, to get
Yep.
the job done, right? And that's like the in the depths of the if we really broke down both of them, like I said earlier, motivation's a move, momentum's a mood, or motivation's a mood. Momentum is a mood. Man, being like having dyslexia and
Right. Try
ADD
to
at
do
the
all that.
same time,
Yeah.
trying to do all that, it's rough. But so this isn't scripted. But I remember, so he said, "What is it?" And I said, "You know what? I'll get back to you. Give me 5 minutes." So I went and prayed. I was like, "God, I was called. Give me the right one." And it was I trained on intentionality, how to be intentional with your time, with a client, with an agent, with your own family. And I shot that back to him. And he said, "That's exactly what I've been looking for. Thank you." Bam. I went and did it. It was great. It was one of the best. Actually, I've actually used that training 3 different times. I've trained multiple bass shops doing that training about how to be intentional, how we're not abracadabra, because that's what honestly motivational speaking is, or motivating people is like you're just like sprinkling pixie dust on them for a second, and the moment it
Yeah.
fades away, they're like, "I can't fly no more," and so. Um, Anyways, but like momentum is like how to fly. This is how you do it. This is how you're going to do it. This is what you're going to get from it, right? This is the reward from doing it. And now go implement, right? Um, Anyways, so that was yeah.
Yeah. But like the practical steps to build momentum, like Ali Zamani, I'll never forget this quote. Ever, ever, ever. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
Hold on. You can't just drop that. What happened? What, how did, When did he tell you that, and why did it? I
So
remember, but
I
who's
yeah,
tell the
I remember
story.
too. So I jumped little quick story here. You guys are here for James story time, but I we started the leads division with GFI,
Mhm.
and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go do it. About $1,000 worth of leads. My CRM here. I have it right here. Pull it out. Ready to see my CRM, guys? Everybody's
For
buying these
those,
fancy CRMs.
well,
Everybody's
hold on. What's a CRM?
a funnel so you can call and
A
keep
client
track of
retention
a
manager.
client retention manager. Here's my client
Basically, it just
retention
keeps
manager.
notes. And for those who can't see it, he pulled out a notebook, and now people over here like, what do I gotta do? Like, which CRM do I buy? Which one's the best one? Like, b- James is like, I
It's
got
not just that. It's not just that. It's people are like, how do I call people? What scripts do I use? What do I say here? What do I say if somebody says this? What do I say if somebody says that?
yeah, you
The
just
big
pick up the
A in me,
phone.
which the A is action, pick up the phone and start dialing. I know this
Sometimes
ain't the
you're.
Wolf of Wall Street, and I'm not a
So I was
Leonardo
just gonna say,
DiCaprio. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Your
you
girlfriend
laid on your
doesn't love
lap.
you. Pick up the phone and
Your
start
girlfriend doesn't love
dialing.
you.
I mean, it's a true thing though. Just go do it, and you're
Yeah,
gonna learn how to do it. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great at something.
yeah,
Everybody that started playing baseball or football or being a motivational speaker or a momentum speaker or this or that or a car salesman, those people didn't know how to sell cars the day they walked into the lot. They just figured out they're going to do something. They started it and now they're great at it.
yeah,
Like,
hundred
honestly,
percent.
that's how it goes. You have to start small, but start now.
Yeah, it's true.
Starting small is not a bad thing. Starting small is okay. At least you started. You're
Yeah,
you're ahead of the 90 other percent of people that are sitting there trying to figure out why they're going to start.
and it's because they're waiting for motivation to move them forward. Motivation is just the feeling.
Right. It is system,
Motivation's
not
not a
feelings.
movement. Yeah,
You need
it,
systems, not feelings. And if you have systems in place, go follow the systems and just do it. Leave the feelings at home and just go do it. But
yeah,
this doesn't matter about entrepreneurship or the financial industry in general. This involves anything in life.
Yeah.
Just start it. You're going to
For
build your
some
momentum.
people,
You're going to
though,
be disciplined.
for some people, especially like when it comes to entrepreneurship, I know for myself, it's freeing, right? But in freedom, there's fear because
Yep.
you in the whole structure of employment and that whole system, you can get comfortable and you're protected. Somebody else is taking all those risks that you aren't. And so when you do for yourself and you do strive out to be an entrepreneur, like, yeah, that's pretty freaking scary. So
And this is literally our episodes are coming back to back. They literally line up. We just talked about breaking out of your comfort zone. You said the 9 to 5 world is comfortable because everybody else is out there being uncomfortable and taking the risk for you.
well,
And in
listen, here's the
entrepreneurship, you have to go take the risks.
not to
yep.
get like conspiracy theorists and like political, because you guys will never know what political side I stand on because I just stand on the side of
Oh,
Jesus. I
whatever.
stand on the side of Jesus, okay? But but let me tell you this. If the middle class doesn't start working to build their own company, AI will take over everything they're doing. Everything is going to be automated. The best thing
Yes,
of
but in the turn of like the 19th century, right? We were going from like kerosene and lanterns to like electric. Everybody thought, there used to be a guy that would walk down the street and light the candles on every
yeah,
street torch, right?
there's a
Everybody was
picture
worried
of
about
him.
Well, but everybody was worried about their jobs when and what would happen to them. And you know what ends up happening is we always adapt and new challenges present themselves and we find new jobs, new frontiers. So I don't know, just by looking at history, like I think AI is going to come, it's going to revolutionize things, it's going to change things, but it's also going to create new challenges and we'll be able to, and
Yeah.
especially entrepreneurs, right? Got to be a problem solver.
Right.
So
And that's exactly my point. Like as entrepreneurs, as you know, luckily we have a platform that's actually utilizing AI in our favor, right? Like
yeah.
Yeah,
the
right.
I don't know if I could talk about it here, but
I don't
Oh
know if
yeah.
we
I
can here,
don't
but
Yeah, yeah, be quiet. Shh.
yeah, maybe I won't talk about. But we have this technology that was built by GFI because it's an actual fintech company. Unlike you other companies that say you're fintech, but you just subscribe to CRM and then you call it you white glove it. And I don't care if you hear this or not, but that's just real talk. Like call yourself a fintech company, but you subscribe all your agents to like monthly subscriptions to then get the technology. It's not a fintech company. You're a subscriber company. Okay. And so
100%.
and GFI is an actual fintech company where we built our technology from the ground up. Our software is built, owned, and coded. The code is owned by us, right? So what's cool about GFI is that it's taking middle class people like all three of us. It's given us a platform with technology, teaching us technology to then go become the entrepreneurs to solve problems, right? And they don't just motivate you like what you said earlier, Eric, like
It's
and going in person.
empowering us.
It's empowering us exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's a freaking company, right?
Yeah.
And if you're at a different IMO and you're listening to this, like feel free to drop us a line. Feel free to leave a
Come
comment.
on over.
Come on over and let's talk. Let's show you like the difference between your motivational Mondays and our actual momentum that we build here.
Yeah.
But it's there's one other thing that we need to talk about when it comes down to our our momentum. And that's actually just doing the things you said you're going to do.
Yep.
Like doing it. Like you were saying, you don't got to be great to show up.
You don't have to. You don't have to be great to start. You have to start to be great.
Thank you. You're my dictionary.
I know.
Um
I got it.
oh man, even though it's funny, like this is the only kind of the ADD moment, squirrel moment, but like this is the only podcast we don't have a drink to like try to get a rep on. But
Yeah, we do.
last time, what is it? Monster Energy.
Zero Monster Energy, baby.
What's crazy? My brother-in-law works for Coca-Cola that distributes Monster. Hey Mario, and this isn't a plug for Mario, but Mario, hook us up with some sort of sponsor deal, dude. Like, Monster. I'm trying to get some sort of. Hey Eric, what kind of drink you got in your desk?
I told you it was Winco Foods.
Winco Foods. I don't know, man. Dude,
Winco
imagine
Hey,
if
Foods
maybe.
Winco. Hey, dude.
I'm
flavored
coming back to
sparkling
Cali. I can't
water.
wait to go to Winco.
Dude,
I'm
Winco.
excited.
Winco's legit. Winco's like
Winco could sponsor us, dude.
Winco can sponsor us, dude. I mean, did you know what Winco stands for?
No, I don't.
I think it's
What
like
does it stand?
Washington, Idaho, Nevada, California, and
Oregon.
Colorado.
Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon, yeah.
Oh,
So it's like
okay.
Washington, Idaho, Nevada, California, Oregon,
I
and
know that
that
it's
spells Winco. It's
like the
ESOP.
people there, they all own it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
All
an
the
it's an
employee-owned
employees own
company.
it.
Yep.
employee-owned company, and
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's like
mhm,
GFI. GFI is an
that's
employee-owned
cool.
company. It's an
I
employee-owned
love
platform.
Winco.
Oh,
Like I
Dude, Winco's the
said,
then they
best.
should.
episode guys, just forewarned, episode 4 will be recorded with me, Eric, and Alfredo all in the same state for the first time. I'll be back
Oh
in
man,
California
that's how big
visiting
California
my
is.
family.
We're gonna be hours away from each other, except me and Eric. Eric and I are only like 20 minutes away from each other. But,
Still
but
trying to get
anyways,
Fredo, guys. Drop in the comments so Fredo will come up to mine and my daughter's birthday party. Have him drive the 3.5
I,
hours. Put in the
I
comments. Put
listen.
in the comments.
What day? What day?
The
Saturday.
second Saturday.
I already have a prior
Saturday.
engagement. Actually, we
I
we
do
both
have. I
have
think I
prior
do have a
engagements.
prior
Actually,
engagement,
me and Nicole
but I would
both. Don't
love to
make me
come
do this
see you,
on.
man, and meet
Don't make
you.
me do this on the podcast. Like telling you no, dude. That's
Love it. I love
Right?
it.
hey
But
no. But
hey,
so, Eric. What's the quote you got for us today, brother?
You'll never feel your way into consistency, but you can act your way into greatness.
man, that's good. I love it.
You need to act like you do, right? Like you took action to start this, right? That's one thing that I lack and I need to do better on is acting. And I think if you act like you're great, then you'll be there, right? That's kind of like starting, right?
Yep.
So
100%. Like I
yeah,
said, this episode's kind of all fallen into place. Like even with that quote towards the end, like it's really all fell into place. Honestly, it truly has. Like you can act your way into greatness. You go in there acting as you're great. You're eventually going to be great,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you're never going to be able to feel your way into greatness. What does that even mean? Feeling your way into consistency, feeling your way into greatness. You can't
yeah,
really feel yourself into anything. And I honestly do truly believe, like we said, act your way into everything you do, and you'll eventually be what you want to be.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. We're gonna do a numerology at the end of every
Oh,
call.
please tell me it. Please tell me it's fantastic.
It always lines up, dude.
I love numerology.
It always
Numerology,
lines
Fredo, give
up.
it to us. Give it
All
to us,
right.
brother.
So the numerology for today. Today we're recording this on 7/28/2025. The day's number is 8. So for those who don't understand how numerology works, you take all of the digits and you add them together. And then when it comes to, you want to get it down to a single number as quick as low as possible, right? And so it's like 7 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 26. And that 2 plus 6 equals 8. So today's number is 8. The number 8 is a number of power, abundance, influence, and karmic balance. I'll show you where it ties in. What today means is a day of leadership. Today is a day of leadership, financial alignment, and taking charge. Energy is supported of business decisions. Decisions, not feelings. Long-term planning and manifest in abundance. If you've been procrastinating on something, because your motivation isn't there anymore, that could build wealth, impact, or legacy. Today is the day to move. Here's the daily affirmation. You ready for this? The daily affirmation. I am aligned
Love
with
it.
purpose and power. I take bold steps that create abundance and impact. So listen,
It's momentum.
it's momentum. It's not motivated. Today's number wasn't like, I hope you feel good today. Your angels are looking after you. No, today's message is get to
Go for it.
work. Just go
And go
for it,
for it.
man. Just do it.
GFI,
Just
go for it.
just get
GFI.
GFI and go for it, bro. So
So guys, here's the challenge for the day. Before the sun goes down, take one more step. Not because you feel like it, but because you said you would. Winners don't wait. And winners win. Have a good night, guys. Talk to you soon.
man, later.